Squawk, fellow sorrowers. Okay. Before I play this, I just want all of you that are watching and listening, I want you to pat yourself on the back. Genuinely, sincerely and truthfully, pat yourselves on the fucking back, alright? Because this is how desperate we've made them, okay? You're not going to believe this, alright? Here we go. Key word there is simulating, just in case you didn't get it. Okay, it's all a simulation, it's all a stage, it's all an act.
This is what it looks like when you breathe 40 times a minute, have an oxygen level that's dipping well below 80. This is what it's going to look like. I hope.
It's going to look like a tear raping you, apparently, okay? Fucking hell.
The last moments of your life don't look like this.
I had taken care of a patient.
Yeah. And then he puts the false light, right in front of you, yeah. Near-death experience, soul trap, light at the end of the tunnel. Saturn Moon Matrix, recycling system. Ouroboros reincarnation, you immature, worthless, hopeless, childish idiots.
This is what it looks like when you breathe 40 times a minute, have an oxygen level that's dipping well below 80. This is what it's going to look like. I hope that the last moments of your life don't look like this.
So do I, mate. So do I.
We intubated. He asked me if I could.
So they could have filmed this window from the other side, right? I mean, they could have done it. Most NPCs won't even be able to spell this backwards, let alone to spell what it's really spelling to you. Okay, so you are loved, right? But that's not how it reads backwards. It reads era, as in the age of Noi. Noi translates to shock, okay? To surprise, to, well, what is shock and surprise, really? It's to traumatize, isn't it? The era of traumatization, yeah? And then you got loved. It don't spell loved backwards, does it? It spells devol. Devol. I can go back if you want, and I can tell you what the actual translated language is. Hopefully you take my word for it. I don't think it's really necessary. Well, it's not to me because I know, because I just looked it up. I can go back if you want. I believe Noi is Chinese and devol is French. I could be wrong. However, era of the traumatized. And then it says devol. Devol translates to devil. And then they give you the heart, don't they? They give you the heart, which is what this... which is what this scummy sellout crisis actor is trying to scare you with in this video. He's trying to attack your heart, yeah, with the notion of what death looks like through the eyes of a COVID patient. He's not entirely wrong. It's just not through the eyes of a COVID patient. It's through the eyes of a victim of the vaccine. The double V. Yeah, as you probably guessed, this is going to have to go on my website. It's going to have to go on Dead Dandelions rather than YouTube, because I'm sure they'll just take it down instantly. That's what you get for telling the truth.
Tell his family members that he loved them, because he said, I don't think I'm going to live. And he was right. He subsequently died. And he did. He asked me if I could tell his family members that he loved them.
He asked you what names of dying patients from this barbaric threat are not worth mentioning, but yours is? Okay. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen a crisis actor, so for the shit, okay? Isn't, as I said, as I always say, it's not just what they say, it's how they say it, okay? It's the micro expressions, it's the voice patterns, it's the disfluencies, okay? I studied psychology for a long time. You don't even need to, that's not even the point. You really don't. If you're a true, pure, real, innocent human being, you'll see it, you'll hear it, you'll feel it, and therefore you'll know it. So I'm just going to look up his name for a moment. I should have done already. Please give me one moment. Yeah, I have not planned this, brothers and sisters. I hope you believe me. Usually I don't bother the names because they always mean something. But I had a feeling it was worth looking up. Yeah. This is fucking unbelievable. Well, it's not really. It's not for them, but his name's Kenneth. I'll look up the last name in a moment. So, Kenneth is an English given name and surname. The name is an angelistic form of two duality, right? Entirely different dialectic personal names. So the duality could, in this context, mean hybridization, yeah? Half human, half tear, right? Cainec and Syned, the modern Gaelic form of Cainec and... Do I need to go on? Cain. Cain, sibling soldiers. Kenneth is Cain. Canaanites, tears, okay? Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. They're really getting desperate. The name derived from the byname meaning handsome. Handsome. So vanity, right? Narcissism, right? Arrogance, right? Well, that's what they believe in. That's what they believe in. Self-preservation, which there's nothing wrong with self-preservation, but the way they use it means death to everyone but them. Okay. So that's Kenneth, Cainec, right? I'm going to pause it again and look up the last name. I haven't planned this, as I say. I really haven't. I could be wrong. I didn't know it was going to come up with that. It might mean fuck all. It'd show me up, wouldn't it? Yeah. No surprise. Here we are. So Remy as a name means oarsman or oar. So that's that's Virgil. Yeah, the ferryman leading from one point to the other, from one genetic strain to the other. Yeah. Virgil's also symbolic of the Grim Reaper, which is Kronos, which is Saturn, which is Satan. Okay. And if you think I'm reaching, let's go down and look at a few other things. So the name Remy also means remedy. Remedy. What, you mean like an antidote? What, you mean like a fucking vaccine? To remedy us, to wipe us out? Oh yeah. Remy is also a play on REM, which is REM, which is rapid eye movement, which is the dream state that this vaccine will put you in. Okay, hence one of the vaccines that they are offering all the NPCs is called Remdesivir. Sorry, it's pronounced Remdesivir. It's Remdesivir. That's what it is. Yeah, Remdesivir. Remdesivir. Yeah, again, not my information. I learnt that from Bill, from the 101 OCS ARC. That's his. Always give credit where it's due. However, it's a fact. It puts you into a dream state, guys. Alright? That's what the vaccine's going to do. You won't know the difference. It's going to deceive the speed of your movement. Okay, the rapid eye movement. You have rapid eye movement when information hits you that isn't completely fortified or accumulated yet. That's what creates a nightmare. Okay, that's why they keep showing you the fucking horse. All these interviewers on BBC recently, you always see a little horse in the background. Yeah, the dark horse, the nightmare. Okay, so let's return to this amazing actor giving you tear date rape as you die. Oh, sorry. Just before we do, I almost forgot. But luckily I remembered. Remy is in the Bible also. Okay. It's the Archangel of Hope. He is responsible for divine visions, hallucinations, simulations. Like the first word you saw pop up. Yeah. Nightmares. And he guides the souls of the faithful into heaven. Well, it's not the heaven you're thinking of. Their heaven is hell, okay? And they're going to guide you into it. A psychological, permanent state of mental hell, okay? A nightmare. That's what hell is, isn't it? When you're in a nightmare, is that not hell? He guides the souls, guides the oarsman, the ferryman, Virgil. Okay, let's get back to it.
This.
I had taken care of a patient who we intubated. He asked me if I could tell his family.
Yeah, the heart. If I didn't mention it, so you have the attack of the heart. That's all that is. The era of traumatization by the devil.
Family members.
Which is just evil.
That he loved him because he said, I don't think I'm going to live. And he was right. He subsequently
died. He. No names because they do not exist.
Died. And looking over at one of the colleagues that I work with, who's one of our phenomenal nurses, she looked fatigued, and I can see how much this had affected her as well. And so I grabbed a laryngoscope and...
Okay, just over his right shoulder to your left in viewing, you will see the arc. You see that? So that's not only a portal, yeah, the Baal Arch. Yeah, note the colour also that's been covered. Yeah, and on the certificate, same colour. Yeah, a sodomy code. That arch not only stands for the anus, the portal, the vortex, sodomy, it's also the arc of descent. The arc of descent, okay? To lower one's vibration to a point where they cannot come back from it. The arc of descent. What goes up must come down. That's what that is. As above, so below.
Endotracheal tube and went to in a room, and I just, spur of the moment, made this video.
I tell you what, I reckon, some of you know this reference, some of you won't. I reckon if you was to grab hold of. If you was to try and reach out and grab his name tag on his lab coat, and that Washington University thing on the other side, I bet if you grabbed it, I bet it would peel off. I bet it would peel off like a little sticker. Ford market quality. Some of you get that, some of you won't.
No.
Because this is what you'll see at the end of your life if we don't start wearing masks when we're out.
Fuck off. What a fucking joke. What a moron. Yeah. With your double cube above him, you see that? The cube is the cross, double cross. They're double crossing us, okay? The double cross is also the seal of Saturn. That's what that is. 2 cubes is the exact same symbolism as 2 X's, which is the seal of Saturn.
Out in public. When we don't.
This video.
Because this is what you'll see at the end of your life if we don't start wearing masks when we're out in public. When we don't practice social distancing. When we don't wash our hands frequently.
Knowing that people don't do the...
Oh, my siblings, my soldiers. I mean it, mate. I mean it, guys. Pat yourself on the fucking back. Pat yourselves on the back. Look how desperate they've got. It's comical, isn't it? It's good. This is good. This is good stuff, right? It's a laugh, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, really, really. It's working. We're doing something right. We are. For them to stoop to, I mean, they're scum. I thought they were the lowest level you can get to, but sorry, I was wrong.
Those tenets of public health, I think, weighed heavily on my mind at that moment. It is absolutely true that many people that will get COVID will survive. That
many people that get COVID will survive. So what's the next bit of the script?
Best part. But if you get into a hospital,
see the heart on the window? Yep. It's all intentional. Intent.
And get put into an intensive care unit and have a breathing tube, your chance of survival goes way down. Your risk of death goes way up. And I promise you 2 things.
He's already promised that. The reason he said that is because, again, they're showing in plain sight. Do you have any idea how many innocent people, especially elderly people, do you have any idea how many of them they've murdered in hospital? Oh yeah. But don't worry, their numbers, their death numbers, they still got added to the quota. He just told you. Listen.
Tube. Your chance of survival goes way down. Your risk of death goes way up. And I promise you 2 things. Wearing a mask is not as uncomfortable as having a piece of plastic put into your airway to help you breathe. And certainly potentially meeting the end of your life. And I promise you that personal liberty doesn't matter when you die.
Because I promise you.
Oh, you fucking... You knob. You dickhead. Yeah. Personal liberty doesn't matter when you die. So what they're basically saying is there's nothing after. So why have faith in what you can sense? That all this is nothing but what you can sense right now. Just a big act, big stage, big game. All scripted.
This will be what you see. I promise you, this is what your mother or your father or your children, when they get COVID disease, will see at the end of their life.
COVID disease. Guys, that's what they've got. They've got COVID disease. COVID is fucking mate. Okay. I've gone over this before, but I'll just do it again for newcomers. COVID is covert operation to vaccinate, identify, and depopulate. That's the virus. They're the virus.
This is serious.
But they think you are. This is serious.
I beg you.
This is serious. Yeah, Sirius, the dog star. Yeah, Lucifer, the morning star. This is serious.
When they get
Okay.
COVID disease, we'll see at the end of their life. This is serious. I beg you,
Sun worship.
please practice the precautions to reduce transmission of COVID disease so that we can effectively prevent disease for you and your loved ones.
Yeah, rings of Saturn at the end. That was fun, wasn't it? Keep it up, everybody. Keep it up. All right, it's working. Love you all. Whether it be on the inside or the outside, it won't be long before we're on the other side of the cube.